Good morning and welcome back for another vlog with myself, Darren. It is the 1st of December already, and it's a wet and miserable one, but at least it's warm. And I do believe that's our trailer that we're taking today, 173. So we'll go walk around, make sure there's no damage to the side of the curtains, buckles are in good condition, the tyre tread is good, electrics are going to be working, and make sure the loader's secure as well. That's the trailer. Good, all nice and secured. Now, connect it up, check the electrics. Currently got the light test cycle running. Make sure everything works the way it should be, which is good. Side markers are all working as well. Before we can go anywhere though, we've got to get this unit moved out of the way. So one, Kev can get a nice big swing to get out without catching the trailers, but then myself, which is parked here, and then you got Tracer, he's parked there as well. So this unit is pretty much blocking everybody in right now. Now that's all sorted, let's get ourselves out of here and on the road. As today we are going straight down to Salisbury, 222 miles away, and we're due to get there in about 4.5 hours driving. Straight down the M6, onto the M5, across the M42, down the M40, down the A34, and then across the A303. I've done it that many times, I know the route off the back of my hand, every single A road that we're currently driving down. We're still stuck in a lot of traffic trying to get through Birmingham and onto the M5. We're nearly there, only about a mile to go, if that. It's currently 8:30. There was an accident on the way down that caused a lot of traffic. Might have seen all this in the time lapse. But there was a truck and a car that's had an accident. It was on the side, 2 lanes were closed. Then I'm not too sure what's going on around here, but it's just been literally stop start for the past 40 minutes at least. I think it is a little bit more than congestion. Getting a lot of people jumping over last minute. I know on the camera it might seem like I'm really far away from the vehicle in front, but I'm about 2 car widths from the vehicle in front. Super wide angle lens that I used to record, you see, makes everything look a little bit further away than what it actually is. It makes me look like I'm going 75 in a 30. Well, I do hope everybody had a great weekend and a fantastic weekend myself. Put the video up last night just in case you're not aware. On Sunday night I put it up, so go check out that video. And for my 40th birthday, so my birthday was in July, we've had to put it off a couple of times, but it was a shark dive over at Blue Planet Aquarium and it was amazing. It really was. Got to go in a tank with a couple of I think basking sharks, guitar fish. I think it used to be a guitar shark, but I think they got deducted down to a fish instead of a shark for whatever reason. And there was 2 tiger sharks in there as well, and they're big. They are big. I don't think the camera actually does it justice as well for how big they actually are. They're about 14 foot in length. But yeah, it was a really cool experience, really enjoyed it. So if you go onto my channel, if you all watch it, it's about 35 minutes long all in all. Went down in the water with the GoPro, got all the footage done. If you want to go check it out, it's there available for you. But I do hope you had a great weekend, but here's a little clip of it. And welcome back to the traffic. Oh my word, I'm glad it's not like this all the time. Sorry every so often it's this bad. But you can't help it, it's out of your control, no point stressing about it. We'll get there when we get there. It's a 12 o'clock booking. Current ETA is realistically going to be about 12:30 after taking breaks, etc. So I do need to clear the driving time before I do get down. Thank you very much for allowing me to cross over. Flashes the hazard lights. And just like that, it started to open up. I'm not too sure if there was an accident further down. I managed to clear it. Might have been a closure to remove a bit of debris on the floor. It could have been anything. But we are now doing 40 miles per hour, which is the fastest I've done in the last 40 minutes to an hour. In total, got 146 miles left to go. And I'm going to change my mind as well for what route I'm going. Instead of going down the M42 to the M40, I'm just going to continue straight down the M5. And I'm hoping where the little village of Marlborough is, it's actually opened up now. There was some roadworks going on in between one of the little villages. I think it was just after Chopper's Cafe actually, not Marlborough. I don't think it was that. I think it's a bit further down. So you go past Chopper's Cafe, and I believe there was roadworks around that area last week for 2 or 3 days. Kev got stuck in it on one day, and it sent him through all the little villages right by Stonehenge, not suitable for trucks, and it added like an hour and a half onto his day. So last week I tried to avoid that area. On Friday when I came down, I went back that way and it was all open, so I'm hopefully all the road work's been done now. It seems like the issue itself is actually on the M5. Now we've got a couple of miles further down the M5, the traffic's cleared up a little bit, but the weather is still absolutely miserable today, unfortunately. We've got fairly heavy rains and very strong winds, so make sure this week just be careful driving around, especially in the double-decker trailers. And if you're driving around with an empty trailer, it's not fun. Driving around in strong winds, you feel yourself getting battered from one lane to the next. And you still get all the idiots on the road as well, where they're driving too close to the vehicle in front, etc. And wonder why accidents happen. But one of them. As long as we're okay, that's all that matters. get home to your family. That's what you want at the end of the day. I've now got 2 hours and 8 minutes before I do need to take a break. And I'll be taking a 45-minute break, so that'll clear the working time directive and the driving time directive as well. Carry on the rest of the journey, drop this trailer, pick up the next one, and then I think I'm just going to be making my way back up. I need to phone the office shortly actually, just to double check there's no backloads planned. There's nothing on the PDA this morning when I started work, but things can change fairly quickly in this industry. So I recommend to anybody, if you're driving more than 2 hours away from your yard, always take like a little bug out bag. So you like a spare pair of clothes, toothbrush, toothpaste. Even though you're not planned for a night out, always try and expect it. So make sure you're all covered just in case. Especially this time of the year, there's a lot more accidents on the road. You got really heavy snow from time to time, can cause more delays. Last thing you want to do is get stuck in the middle of nowhere with no fresh clothes, no toothpaste, and just keep like a pot noodle as well. And if it's a regular truck that you keep, I'd recommend getting like a little camping stove and one of them little whistle kettles. They always come in handy. Get yourself a pot noodle and a nice warm drink at night. Not ideal, but it's there for emergencies. We've departed the M5 and now we're travelling down the A417. And then we're going to be taking the second exit, carrying on the 417. And then we're going to be following that all the way down past Swindon, down towards the M4 direction, across the M4, and then we're going to be following more A roads past the little town of Marlborough. And we've got a couple of little villages to go through as well. After breaks, we're looking about 12:30, 1:15 maybe arrival. I've still got an hour and 9 minutes left before I do need to take a break. But I might be taking that break sooner rather than later, to be honest. There's not as many places to stop for a break when you're coming down the 417, whereas the A34 there's lay-bys and service stations, loads of them coming down that way, so that's why I normally do go that way as well, to be fair. But because of the traffic this morning, I didn't want to get stuck on the M42 to get around to the M40, so that's why I've carried on down the M5. And even down the M5 it was fairly heavy this morning. Just one of them days, unfortunately. Bad weather, bad road conditions, bad traffic. Normally comes in the free, doesn't it? Well, 59 miles still to go. It's currently 10:30. I've had a 15-minute break, so I don't need to worry about the working time directive. So I just need to take a 30-minute break shortly. That's a nice Iveco. And looking at traffic build-up coming down this way already, it looks like a little bit later on when we're coming down here, probably about 2 o'clock realistically. Might get stuck in a little bit more. We've come to the end of the A417 and now we're travelling down the A346. We've just crossed over the M4 motorway. Still got 29 miles to go. I've got 34 minutes left on driving time for the tacho. So we are making good progress. hopefully I'll be able to get to, I'm going to say about Chopper's Calf. That's a good little benchmark. Pull up there, have a break, and then continue the rest of the journey to Amesbury. I normally do say Salisbury because I do believe that Amesbury is within the region of Salisbury. I could be completely wrong about that. It's a little bit like saying Manchester and Stockport maybe, or Manchester and Trafford, that type of thing. Because on the paperwork it is actually addressed as Salisbury, not Amesbury, but even though it is at Amesbury. If that makes sense. Either way, from Chopper's Calf, it's about 30 minutes to get there. So we should be able to get to Chopper's Calf in the next 35 minutes. He says. Okay, this is the field the other day on the left hand side that we're seeing a little propeller plane land on. Now I can't see an airfield or anything around here. Well, it was about a week and a half ago I seen it. It was travelling the opposite direction, we was going back up north. So I think it might have been an emergency landing. Over at the town of Marlborough, still following for the 346. I think they got the Christmas lights switch on shortly, or it's just been done on Friday. So if we get an afternoon booking over at TJ Morris and on the way back, might see some Christmas lights. Still got 23 minutes on the tacho. I think we'll be at Chopper's Calf in about 10 minutes. Get up the hill. It's a lot steeper this hill than the actual thing. Always struggles with this next one as well. It doesn't look that much of an incline. Well, the truck feels it. If it was me personally, I'd probably get some nice Volvo trucks, a little bit more torque instead of the MENs. Don't get me wrong though, the MEN's a real nice drive. It's comfortable, good turning circle, just lacks the power. And when you're doing long distance driving as well, it's quite comfy. So it's not a bad truck to be doing long distance. But if you have any heavy trailers on, coming up some of these hills, you can feel it. Definitely you can. So like now, dropping down, currently doing 26 miles per hour, 24. Come on, gear change, 20. Keep going. Ah, there we go. Speed's picking up again. I wonder if that old pickup truck's outside today. If it is, it'll be on this one of these next compounds on the right hand side, the driveways. I think it's a garage of some sort. You'll see it parked outside on the grass. It's a little bit further down. It looks like the old style Land Rovers that the farmers like to use, but it's blue and it's got a little red crane on the back of it, like the old style tow trucks. Slow it down to 50. Is it here? There it is. Hopefully the camera caught it. Seems to be a regular at the moment coming down Salisbury. Hope you don't mind the drive. Sorry, it's the same route all the time. It's a little bit like Groundhog Day, isn't it, every night? So apologies about that. Well, I'm trying to keep it as entertaining as I can. Just when we run up to Christmas, quite a big contract we've got at the moment. Doing a bit of stock transfer for them. That's why it's a regular one. It's normally shared out between the three of us, being myself, another Darren, Declan, oh, and Kev as well, so there's four of us would normally do it. The main reason it's always us four that do it is because we're the night out guys. So if we've got hitting any traffic or anything, a little bit like today, where it could be looking like on a night out, then we've got our gear with us for the night out if needed. Or we could get diverted to, say, Bristol for a collection to come back up the next day. You never know. I was speaking to Kev this morning, he's going around London again. So he's had London quite a few times this week. And I will be honest with you, if I had the option to do London or Salisbury, I know for a fact I'd rather choose Salisbury. It's a much nicer drive, a lot less stress, and a lot less hassle. London is always a pain in the backside, it really is. So good luck with your drive down there today, Kev. Hope all goes well for you. Let's go over there nice and easy. 16 miles per hour. That looks like we got the army here as well. Where's that car park there? And he's trying to get the trailer on to this bit, but the car's kind of blocking it a little bit. That should do me there, I think. Time for some dinner. Nothing too fancy for today. I made a little bit of extra bolognese last night with meatballs, so I thought I'll bring it to work with me, warm it up in the pan, and jobs are good and nice and easy dish done. But it's definitely worth doing, especially in the winter months. Something nice and hot, just make a little bit extra in the evening when you're doing your tea. Put it in the fridge, bring it to work with you, warm it up in the pan, eat it straight out of the pan as well, so it stays nice and warm after you eat it. It's just a little bit of a morale booster as well, isn't it? Eating something nice and warm in these cold days. Because a cold sandwich, it's not really the best for you. Oh, a bit hot up. That's brake taken care of. Just try and get off that curb nice and slowly. It's not causing too much rocking. Don't want the goods to go over, do we? Only 16 miles to go, 30 minutes to get there, with a fresh 4.5 hours driving. Which means, unfortunately, we will need to take a break on the way back up, because it is more than 4 hours to drive back. Hopefully we might be able to get to like Knutsford area if we're driving straight back. I'm not too sure if there's a backload just yet, waiting for confirmation. I've heard we've put in a bid for, I think it's in Birmingham, but ideally they need it collecting before 4 o'clock. Now we won't be leaving Salisbury until 1 o'clock gone at least. So whether we can get there for 4 o'clock, it's a little bit doubtful, if I'm being honest. So I've told the office I might struggle to get there for 4 o'clock. I've had too much traffic this morning trying to get past the Birmingham region, unfortunately. But hey ho, is what it is sometimes. I can feel the wind though. That wind is battering the side of that trailer. I've got a light trailer, probably weighs about 5 ton all in all. 26 pallets. That's maybe about 7 ton. Now I mentioned earlier it's booked in for 12 o'clock. It's currently 5 past, so we get there for 1/2 past. We're still good. We're in the little half-hour window just that you do normally get, but with the contracts we've got with these guys, if we turn up an hour later, there's no trouble. We can just drop it onto the bay at the need and carry on with our other trailer. And same if we turn up a couple of hours early as well, they don't mind it. I hope not, anyway. Because I've turned up here about 3 or 4 hours early in the past. I'll slow it down to 40. Collingbourne, Kingston. And then down to 30. This little section here. I know I've said it loads of times, but there's something about a nice little thatch roof cottage that I really do like. There's nothing that quite says the countryside, the great British countryside, about a cottage with a thatched roof. Just adds nice character to the building, doesn't it? I bet it's a bit of a pain for the upkeep. But it looks nice. Luckily I got waterproofs with me today, so I'm going to be needing them. There is not a chance that I'm trying to overtake this tractor. Just not worth it on these roads. And down to 30 miles per hour as we go through Collingbourne. I've still got quite a bit of roadworks ongoing around this area. It was originally at the little roundabout further down. Still travelling down the A338. Oh, this road will be closed from 25th to 26th. Right, okay, that's the one that got Kev diverted all the way through the little villages. They've just not removed the sign. It's for last week. I can't believe already it's the 1st of December. It's quite worrying that Christmas is in about 4 weeks' time. I think we're pretty much done now for getting all Christmas presents for everybody. I think there might be the odd one or two still need to get presents. Luckily for me, the wife is a lot more organised than myself. If it was me, I'd be leaving it to like last week in December. Well, last week before Christmas. Obviously you don't want to be giving them after Christmas now, do you? But Leanne likes to get all the Christmas presents done by October. So we started buying them in October anyway, putting them all out the way. And yeah, we still need to get them all sorted out, like wrapping wise. Probably do that a couple of days before Christmas to run up. But the little elf made his presents known today, and okay, a little bit of a backstory. So my son is 4 years old, and sometimes he can act up, as every 4-year-old can. You know, they're not perfect, be the first to admit, and he can be a little bit of a bugger sometimes. Worst thing with him, he doesn't listen. You try and tell him something, and then it's like sticking a big red button in front of him saying, do not push that button. and lo and behold, he'll push that button. He'll go for it straight away. As soon as your back is turned, he'll be pushing it. So me and the wife told him last year that if he's not well behaved, the elf will report to Santa and you'll be put on the naughty list. So make sure you behave all year round and then you'll be on the good list. And since then, he's not really liked the elf because he thinks the elf's a little spy and he's going to get in trouble with Santa. Bless him. He's so adorable, honestly. So we got him a McDonald's last week, and on a Happy Meal box there was a little elf. Now, instead of getting excited about seeing himself on a McDonald's box, he turned around and punched it. And then he got a little bit upset with it because he doesn't like the elf. And this morning he's came down and he's seen the two elves on the side with his little chocolate advent calendar, and according to the missus, I'll see if we can get a video footage of it, he's came down and he's seen the elf for the first time. He put his hands in his face and he's just gone, oh god damn it. So yeah, he wasn't really happy that the elves came this morning. So hopefully now the elves are here, he's going to behave himself a little bit more. Oh, he's funny with it, honestly, he really is. He's funny. He has me in stitches. We went to Centre Parks last year as well, and he didn't like the elves what were there.
Nearly Christmas, what the elves have brought you. Go and have a look. What advent calendars have you got? Go and have a look. I'll be.
Oh, not the elves. Stop it.
No, not goddamn it.
The elves.
It's fine, go and have a look.
And here we are, 12:25. It's taken in total about 6 hours to get down here with a 45-minute break and a grand total of 5 hours driving time. Lots of traffic. Let's cause that delay for us today. Engine braking kicking in. Amesbury, the home of the Stonehenge. I keep forgetting about that. Stonehenge is literally probably 10, maybe a 15-minute drive, if that, up the 303. Just jump on, head westbound, and you drive past it. We've got a little bit of a queue to get in. So I think there's 3 trucks there waiting to get in. No, it might be 2. I think Outin's have gone straight ahead. Yeah, Outin's has gone straight down. We're going to pull in on the left. So I'm meant to be using both lanes. But also we can get in and out pretty quick as well with doing a trailer swap. I can see the trailer in the yard that we're collecting today. Now we're reversed onto bay and just need to undo the straps for the back doors so they can get the pallets off properly, and then disconnect trailer and go get the other one. We're over at the trailer that we're going to be collecting today. As you can see, axle is raised up as much as possible, but it's still a little bit too high, the trailer itself, for the pin to go underneath. So I've stopped it just before going under, and then we need to lower the trailer using a manual rotor at the end on the other side. Let's do our vehicle checks as well, making sure we've got a good tyre tread on all the tyres. There's no damage to the sides, buckles or the doors. And already I can see a little bit of damage here on the side of the curtain, and that is mainly because not somebody trying to steal or something, but when it's been loaded or offloaded, the people using the PPT to load it have rammed the corner of it with the pallet and it's caused damage. Legs have been wound up. I've given myself about 1/4 inch on the bottom where it's free because it's resting on the 5th wheel currently, so I'll need to go back, connect up to it, give it a little shunt forward, make sure it's okay. The reason why I lifted it off the ground that little bit is because if it was touching the ground, and that's as high as it will possibly go, when I go back to it, it might cause damage on the legs. It might just catch on the bottom. So I've left a little bit of a gap, but not much. Not much at all. Just so when I shunt underneath it, it won't damage the legs. Whew. Right then, let's get out of here. 1:10. And we've got a backload. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to say about this backload because it's a 4 o'clock collection up at Birmingham. And Birmingham from where we are now is 146 miles away and a 3.5 hour drive to get to the location. So with quick maths, it looks like our ETA to turn up for the client is going to be about 4:30 without traffic, maybe 5 o'clock with traffic. So hopefully we can still get loaded and then find somewhere to park up. If we can't actually make the collection at 4 o'clock, hopefully they might be able to rebook it for tomorrow morning, say 6 o'clock in the morning. Then I can get there for 6 o'clock, load up and take it directly to the client. And I will be honest with you, I would rather do that. I'd rather park up at night with an empty trailer instead of having something on the back. At least where possible. And if traffic is as bad as what it was coming down, I might even struggle getting there for 5 o'clock. But to be fair to the planning team, whoever it is who's booked the backload, they've probably thought, obviously, getting it here for 12 o'clock, leaving, and then everything goes to plan. I would get there technically for about 3:10. So, you know what I mean? You can't predict the traffic from day to day, unfortunately. And it's just like this morning, we had a bad one, haven't we, for traffic to come down. It's on a good day with no traffic, getting down here, leaving at a good time, etc., and everything goes in our favour, we can get here in 4 hours. About 4 hours, well, between 4 hours and 4 hours and 15 minutes. That's on a good run. And then you don't need to take breaks until you get to here. Whereas today, we've done 4.5 hours driving, taken a 45-minute break, and then driven the last 40 minutes to get here. So it's put us back 1.5 hours easy. That little bit of traffic overall, if you think about it. So let's see how we get on. I'm waiting for the office just to get back as well, confirmation with the client, just to see if they can actually take it, say, at 5 o'clock tonight. I'll give them the ETA at 5 o'clock, even though it does say 4:30 on the sat-nav. Give myself a little bit of 30-minute leeway with traffic. Weather is absolutely awful. Empty trailer, getting battered by the wind as well. Especially on top of this hill, you can feel the wind smashing into the back of the trailer. take extra care driving. And a little bit later on, we're still travelling down the A34, trying to make our way to the M40, and then we can take that northbound to Birmingham. And believe it or not, it's actually about 25 minutes quicker going this way than what it is the way we came. So I think the traffic's built up around the roadworks section. And I've got 90 minutes before we're at our job at Birmingham. Current ETA is saying 20 to 5. And when I spoke to the office earlier, I think they're trying to push to get it collected tomorrow morning instead. So if we could get there for 6 o'clock in the morning, that'd be great. Get loaded up, take it straight up to Liverpool, and the job's a good one. Just need this wind and rain to go away. And we'll go beyond the A34 for a good, probably 15, maybe 20 miles still. Just on the outskirts of Oxford coming up. But for the traffic side of things, it's always good down the A34. Thought it'd been an accident then. Scaffolding truck, half in the bushes. Well, I think it's a breakdown. I think they just tried to push himself onto the grass verge out of the way, so they're not blocking the roads. Still a wet and miserable one today. I don't think it's going to let up today realistically. I think it's going to be like this for the rest of the evening. And we're coming up to the M40 in the next couple of miles. $80 miles to go before we're at the client. Oh, coming back to a standstill again, I think. Or at least slowing down drastically. Get me on that motorway. Get an extra lane. Hopefully I'll be able to do 56 then. Just waiting back from the office as well to see what's happening with this client. I've told them to go be there before 5 o'clock. ETA is currently saying 20 to 5. So if I don't hear off them in the next... It's about an hour and 40 actually before I get there. I'm just trying to plan this evening, you see, because if it's going to be tomorrow morning and I know within the next say 15-20 minutes I'll be able to pull over at the services here. I'll just pull over at Cherwell Valley for the night, have a nice early night, start work nice early tomorrow, and then crack on with it. Or I might be stopping over at Hopwood. It just depends how quick the office can get back to me. Hopwood services aren't too bad, to be fair. Quite a nice service station. Nice and clean, modernised facilities. Finally, we've had word from the office and it's all confirmed now. It's going to be a 7 o'clock collection tomorrow morning. Not too bad. 7 o'clock. So I'm thinking now where to pull up for the night. On the way up there, I've got Frankly services and also I've got the Hopwood services as well. I quite like the Hopwood ones, they're quite good. So I might pull in there, see if there's any any space. There should be anyway at this time of the day. It's only 3:20. So it looks like I could be parked up by 4:30. Hit the road for say 6:20. Get there just before 7 o'clock tomorrow. Sounds a plan. As I said before, to be fair to the planning team, etc., on paper, if I got to Salisbury before 12 o'clock, like 11:30, 11 o'clock, if there was no traffic, I would have got there perfectly fine, 11 o'clock. Leave there for say 12, 12:30, get into the Birmingham job before 4 o'clock would have been absolutely possible. It's just with all the traffic this morning, can't really help that. And you know, it's kind of shot us in the foot a little bit, hasn't it? But it's okay because it's got to get delivered to their client tomorrow. So if we do a load of go tomorrow morning, it's going straight to the client. So for the client's perspective, nothing's changed, which is good. And then tonight we're parking up with an empty trailer as well, which I'd rather do anyway. So close to making it to the services. We've just joined onto the M42 from the M40 and it starts to get dark already. It's just gone 4 o'clock. With any luck, I should be parked up by 4:30 and then on break very shortly after that. Which isn't too bad really, is it? The only problem is, shame it's going to be in a service station just gone 4:30 and not in the yard on the way back home for 4:30. If only, eh? If only. It's okay though, I've got all my gear for overnight. Fresh clothes, shower gel, toothpaste, etc. So I'm okay for it. And I was kind of expecting being a night out anyhow today. So I had one of them feelings when I was on the way into work. Told the missus, don't expect me home tonight. Now, if we was to go straight back to the yard from where we are now, I think we probably would make it. We'd have to extend the hours for the driving time after a 45-minute break, but we would make it back. Now, Hotwood Services, I'm going to say it's about 5 miles or so down here. Now, I do believe this is a Snap account. So if it is, we're all good. If not, we're moving on. Now we can stay at Franklin instead. There's plenty of space here, isn't there? Guys are moving a huge caravan lodges. We could park. It's just leaning over a little bit there, isn't it? go here instead. And down we go. Be careful of these puddles. Feels like it's a 5-minute walk from the truck park where I've parked to the actual services. Where are they? I think it's right off there in the distance. I've got to admit as well, my legs are absolutely killing. When I've done the shark dive that afternoon, I was all right. But then the next day, see, on Sunday, my legs feel like I've been doing a workout down at the gym, because all the equipment you got is like really heavy oxygen tank. You got weights in your little waistband as well to keep your weight down. And then obviously the gravity when you're underneath the water and all the pressure. My word, my legs are absolutely killing. Ah, there we are. Right over there, that's where we're going. I'm pretty sure I have stayed here twice before, but I may have paid for it and then claimed it back on the expenses. I'm not 100% if it's Snap or not. I'm like 85% sure it is. That wind is picking up again. Nice big service station, lots of place you can sit down and relax. Okay, have they got a Snap account? Change of plan. Turns out it's not a Snap account, unfortunately. Luckily, Frankly, he's not too far away. Frankly, he's not too far away from where we are now. We're about 10-15 miles at tops. Should be there within 30 minutes. Hopefully, there's parking space for us. Fingers crossed on that one, because that does fill pretty quickly as well. Did they just come out of the car park the wrong way? I think they had. I'm sure there was an arrow pointing to go into the car park at that little section. Right, M42 north and south. I'm following 4. South. Right then, it's just at 5 o'clock. I hate the parking situation over here. Because it's just so awkward. It's never... do you know what? I'm not even going to make that, am I? You gotta be careful you don't block everybody in. Okay, are they going forward? Oh, perfect. And that will do me there. Oh, time that perfect, didn't I? Give them enough space in case they need to reverse backwards a little bit or open the doors. Now, before parking up for the night, just double checking that trucks can get past all right. And at the back as well, a little bit tight, but they can get past. Quite a few came here and drove down this little section as well. Yeah, there's plenty of space to get past. And the problem is, there's not a lot of space inside this truck car park, unfortunately. And you can get blocked in quite easy because you get drivers parking down this middle section sometimes. At least we got parked up for the night. Some of the options we got, we can get something from Marks and Spencer's maybe, W.H. Smith's, Greg's, and also we got KFC and Burger King. And after kind of enjoying a little bit of lunch, for the rest of the evening, let's go sit down, edit the vlog, and get myself a nice white hot chocolate very shortly. Of course, with a shot of gingerbread. Just bumped into one of my subscribers as well, sat there at Costa. David from Greyways, thank you very much for watching, mate. Really nice meeting you. I hope you have a great rest of the shift and have a safe drive as well, dude. Again, mate, thank you very much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Time is just hitting 9 o'clock and it's time to get some sleep, I think. And out you come. Nothing too fancy. I like to try and keep it quite basic, to be fair. Pillars, sleeping bag, and that's it. And they have a bed sheet as well underneath, which I keep on regular. So when it is on a cold night, I can wrap it up with a zip, keep myself nice and warm, and when it's hot, use it as a blanket. Easy. Good morning, everybody. And it looks like most of the other drivers have already gone. So good morning. I slept really well last night. It's just hit 5:30. Going inside the services now. Do teeth, have a wash, feel a little bit more alive, get a coffee, and then hit the road for 6 o'clock. We need to be at the client for 7 o'clock this morning, so we've got plenty of time. And for this morning's breakfast, a good old Gregory's. Bacon roll and a coffee for under £4. Can't complain at that. Before we do hit the road, let's go around, give the vehicle checks, make sure there's no damage to the tyres. Could have picked up a nail in the yard when leaving before. We're still connected, okay. Still looking good on the front. Then I'm going to go down the sides, make sure everything's okay. We've got a security camera right there, and we're at the entrance, so we're at the safest position in the whole place. So I've got no worries of any damage or anyone tampering with anything. It's now 6:20. I'm due to get to our client for around 6:45. Just depends on traffic. Nice relaxing bit of breakfast before hitting the road. And I've now put my power bank on charge so I can make a coffee a little bit later on. My original plan was actually make a coffee inside the truck, have some cereal, a little bit healthier and save some money. But unfortunately, I forgot to put the power bank on charge yesterday, so I don't have enough power to make a brew this morning. I've got the old gas stove with a couple of gas bottles and a whistle kettle as well, worst case scenario, but you got a Greggs on your doorstep. It's just easier to go to a Greggs, isn't it? Instead of sitting there waiting for your water to boil. But if you're not careful though, it can be quite expensive when you're living on the road. All these little cups of coffees here and there all add up, don't they? Report of pedestrians going out to 60 miles per hour now. We've got 2 miles to go now. Need to make sure we don't get in the wrong lanes. This little section. Yeah, so I'm in the right one here. Good. Let's try and move over. Now, I've never been to this client before, so I don't really know what to expect. Don't know what the parking conditions are going to be like. Yep, right lane still. I'm going straight across this roundabout, following for the A452. Just had to pull over and just double check with maps just to see where the client actually is. It doesn't look too bad, but not great at the same time. Where the location is. He says it's on a Park Rose industrial estate. But it looks like it's off one of the lanes off the main road. So we've got the address and the postcode for the main road itself. There's a little lane that it's just off. Take a bit of extra swing to get around here. Feels like I'm driving in the middle of the night and it's
Birmingham
quarter to 7.
is continuing to cause
Traffic report popping up. Again, taking this a little bit wider. Okay, I can see a truck going further down the road, so we know we're okay. So it looks like I'm driving into a residential at the moment. If in doubt, always park it up and get out. Turns out it's a lot bigger than what I thought it was. I thought I'll just have a quick check before driving in, because it does look a little bit snug, especially on the map. I've checked the map there right in front of us to see whereabouts we're getting loaded from, and it's straight down here on the left hand side. Now we're on site at the right place. What we need to do is do a little bit of a blind reverse just in between that section there. And the reason why we have to do a blind reverse is there's not a lot of space down there to turn around. And we have a post right there that we need to be careful of as well. Try and get a better angle. Whip this car to get past. It's a shame them cars aren't there. shot. And that's what we're looking like so far. So not too bad. Just need to come around a little bit more, straighten up, probably at the back of that truck, and then get a good position. A little bit of a tight one, but we'll get there. That little bit more of a turn. Shunting it a couple more times so we can get a good view where the gate is. It's very close on the passenger side. That should do me there in the meantime. Wait for the gate to open and then I'll do the rest of it. I don't think I've done too bad considering, since it was a blind reverse. This side, not a lot of space either. And once the gate has been opened, we've then got to get through that little gate, which is not a lot of space, and then try to angle it that way, but it's got to be on the good side at least, so I can keep an eye on everything. And I should have a banksman for that bit. The yard is a little bit more snug than what I thought it would have been. Yeah, so I'm going to have to come down a little bit of an angle, and I think park like that. Either way, it's going to be fun. And now come to think of it, I don't think I'll be able to get the turn. I think the cab, there's not enough space. Right, and now this truck's moved out of the way, I've got a bit of space now to go forward and straighten it up. So I need to keep close as I can to all them stacks what are on this side. It's all scaffolding as well. Take it nice and slow. It's the best way. Here he is. So he's got banks me around the corner. careful with all the stuff on passenger side as well, because it's really tight. Wondering where the banksman is, it's on the front. Just keeping an eye on the passenger side headboard. Am I alright on that side, yeah?
Say again, mate.
Am I okay on that side, yeah?
Yeah. If we can do, if you want to come back, only because, you know, that side,
Yeah.
really tight. If you want to come back again, I know it's at a ball, like,
No, it's fine.
and then one more little more go, just over this side if you can. So you could probably afford to get that a little bit more over this side. If anything.
Ah, right, yeah, I
know
was
it's
aiming for that little black line in the
that
middle,
would be-
like.
Do you know what? That is perfect. But what it is, you know, that side.
Yeah.
I don't know how close you're going to get to it. Let's have a look.
It's alright.
Probably like that.
Yeah.
I'd say that angle though is perfect.
Yeah,
You know, when
perfect.
you're whacking the wagon there.
No, that's it. Last thing we want. Just taking tiny little turns.
That'd be sound, that'd be right.
Back there, yeah?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh, let's straighten up a little bit. There we go. Cheers for that, mate.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a little bit snug, innit?
Say it
It's
again.
a little bit snug.
It's too awkward. Originally, when we first moved in, there was one way in, and then there'd be like an exit over there.
Oh, was
Never
there?
worked, because we never done it in the end.
Right.
And then now the yard's too small for fucking in, we're trying to look somewhere else.
Ah, yeah, ideally, innit? You need somewhere where it's like you say, just one way in and out, but straight like line. They'll get out on the other side of the road or something.
I realised when the first moved in, they were like, oh, massive yard. Nah.
Soon fills up, doesn't it?
And it's not much, it's like 96% of the kit is already out on jobs.
Oh, is
So
it?
there's only a little percentage in.
Bloody hell. Everyone like to see this then when it's a pull.
We'll go wagging in. We have to start sending it to all the places to get it from all like storage or areas.
Yeah. try and get as close as I can to the headboard. Because it is scaffolding boards and bars that we're going to be transporting today, I'm using ratchet straps in a minute, but also what I like to do is use the internal straps, but I'll cross strap them. So for an example, you might just be able to see it there. So from the other side, crossing over, coming down, it just adds that extra support for it as well. That's all the cross straps done. Now we need to throw the ratchets over. Get this nice and tight as it will go. That should be all right. And there we have it. 2 ratchet straps, 2 internal straps, cross-strapped. Nice and tight, each one. Not going anywhere. I know it might look a little bit of a mess, but it keeps it nice and secure. For our delivery address, after breaks, we'll be getting there for about 12 o'clock, 97 miles away, and it's about 2.5 hours drive. So need to take our time getting out as well. Last thing I want is the headboard swing to knock one of these stacks of scaffolding over. It's a lot easier driving out anyhow, that's for sure. And as much of a pain it was reversing in, I think it's a lot easier to reverse in instead of reversing out. Rightio then, let's go. So we're going to be joining back onto the M5. And then following the M5 onto the M6. And then onto the M62 and all the way across to Liverpool. And it's right by Liverpool docks as well that we're going to. Traction. That's not what you want when you try and pull out onto a main road. Wheel spinning. Now with it being at the docks, in theory, it should be a fairly good sized yard to get in, spin around, offloaded. Thank you. And here we have West Brom's football ground. Just off the A41. think I need to stay in this lane. Because we need to be taking, I think it's like the third or fourth exit on this roundabout to get onto the M5 itself. It's been a while since I've drove down this road, joining onto the M5. Okay, so M5 north, yep, M5 south on that side, perfect. I always hate being on the inside of a roundabout when you're driving a truck, especially when it's a busy roundabout as well. I'm always paranoid about the trailer swing on the passenger side headboard, or the trailer cutting the roundabout up that little bit too much and you mount the curb. You can't keep a good eye on the blind side either. So I like to try and stick to the left where possible. Or swing it around the outside, then you can keep a good eye. Is that going red? Yeah, I thought it was. You always keep a good eye then on any obstacles on your good side, so you don't have to worry about your blind sides. Luckily though, I've got a camera that goes all the way down the passenger side, so I've got good views. Oh, come on. Stuck at red lights because everybody was sat in the yellow box, blocking our lanes going onto the M5. A little bit like so. You always wonder why traffic's so bad on this roundabout. And there you go, folks. M5 itself should be alright getting onto the M6 at this time of the day. It's currently 9:05. With any luck, we've missed the rush hour traffic. A little bit further down the road, we're coming up to junction 17, Congleton, and the weather's looking really nice for a change today. It's much better than yesterday. No wind, no rain, a little bit of sun, fantastic. Still a little bit chilly though, 8 degrees currently. I'm just driving past a low loader. It's taking up about a lane and a bit. A little bit of an overhang with the escort vehicle behind. Not really too sure what it's got in the back. I was thinking originally it might be like bridge supports of some sort. .43 miles in total to go. I'm going to take a break before I do get to the client though. So then after we've made our delivery, we don't need to worry about breaks then for the rest of the day. We just carry on with collections straight away then. Ideally, I need this car, which is in lane 2, just hovering around. hovering right by the passenger side door. I needed to either slow down or speed up so that I could get across. I don't think they want to do either. Is it just me, or does that boat look a little bit too big to be pulled by a car? It's massive. I mean, fair play, like the car's pulling it. It's probably lighter than what you actually think though, isn't it? Nearly there now, 23 miles to go. I've had a 15-minute break on limb services. I needed a break by 12 o'clock anyway, so I've just took one a little bit earlier. And then I'll take a 30-minute break later on. Let's get this delivery out of the way. And then we can take a 30-minute break then. Nothing special for dinner today. I think I might go for a pot noodle. Keep it nice and simple. I'll make myself a nice cup of coffee as well when I pull up. ETA is currently saying 11:30 we arrive. And then I do believe it's just going to be local collections afterwards. Nothing up on the PDA just yet. And we're departing the M62 to go on to the M62. Wait, did I say it right? Departing the M6 to go on to the M62. That's what I should have said. And then we're going to be following it straight down, pretty much all the way. And then making our way over towards the docks. To be honest, actually, it might be easier if I jump up onto the M57, come off at the East Lancs, and then follow the East Lancs down towards the docks. I think that might be the best route, to be fair. Yeah, come to think of it, I think that probably will be the best route. Thanks very much, Drive, for moving over. Appreciate that. Exiting the M57, and now we're going to depart onto the A580 East Lancs Road. Going to follow it down towards Liverpool and then take a right turn a couple of miles down so we can follow down towards Bootle. And we just need to go to the docks. Well, by the docks, I know it's not the port where we normally go, but it's the Dock Road area. So it's not far from the actual port itself, to be fair. Really has turned out to be a lovely day today. Oh, I wonder if all the roadworks have been completed. There's lots of roadworks ongoing just behind us. Might see it on the way back, if there's any going on still. Right then, we're not too far away now. hope it doesn't rain for their sake. About 1.25 miles to go. And I need to try and ideally pull over somewhere in a minute, just so I can double check the address. I've been given a different address to deliver it to, slightly different from what's on the paperwork. Supposedly we can't actually get access to the client what's on the paperwork because it's behind where the docks are. So across the road from each other, so it's not too bad. But because it's on the main Derby road, which is a fairly busy road, I want to make sure I know exactly where it is before driving down, so I don't want to just drive down and drive right past it. Because it is a one-way as well, it's like a carriageway as such. Hey. Right, then I've checked the address and it should be not too far. We turned right at the lights and it should be on our left hand side. Keep an eye on that plastic, make sure it doesn't get stuck in one of the axles. Yeah, it's away. Ah, there we go, I can see it. SD Groffrey. Looks quite a big building. I don't have a clue what it is. How to get access. If it's this here or next. No, I think it might be next. Right, worst case scenario, I'll come back round because that's locked. So it might have actually been down there. Oh wait, no, is this an entrance? Okay, private car park, so it's not that there. Office car park next left. Office car park there. How big is this place? So it might be on either side. So if I do a left here at the next available left, I think it might be just where the lights are. Then I might be able to do a left and a left again on either side. Because on this part of the road, it looks like there's only office staff car parks, not any goods in or out area. Luckily I can just do a left and a left and come back down on myself if needed, but at least I can get around the whole site. We'll find it. I do believe I found the client where we're meant to be going, because we've got it down as that business there. However, driving around, it looks like it's all tankers, etc. And then I noticed on the floor over there, scaffolding. And we've got some scaffolding there as well. So I shouted the guy over, I said, are you part of these two? He's like, no. I was like, okay, you're expecting scaffolding? Yeah, I think so. In there, however, got these big blocks. Which means, unfortunately, we've got to reverse it back a little bit and hopefully get that tight right angle into the yard where we need to go. There's currently a tipper truck in there, so I can't get in there until they're finished by the looks of it. And there's quite a few cars around as well. Hopefully we should be okay just to get the swing and drive at an angle, but there's not a lot of space in there as well because there's lots of mounds of dirt all over the place. And then I've got that car and I've got that car there. So it's a little bit of a tight one. We have to be careful with tail swings. Between me and you, I'm hoping we can actually get it offloaded right here, because they'll be able to come out with a telehandler and just lift it off and take it away. That's the perfect, hopefully, that's the best case scenario anyway. Here we go. Hopefully there's someone in the office what might be able to help us. 35 minutes later, I've spoke to 2 Johns, 3 Craigs, 1 Steve, and hopefully the forklift guy is now going to meet us by the gate over there. It would make a lot more sense though if you got rid of these little blocks right over there and then made that into the site entrance. So if you've got trucks delivering, it'll be a lot easier to get through. Now that other car's moved, what was parked in front of the Mercedes, I might be able to get around. Yeah, mate. Yeah, there was a car parked here originally, so I've just come back now and fucked off. Still tight though. Will do, mate. Oh, and I hate delivering to building sites because you have so many businesses on the site. You always get passed around between everybody. It's like, no, it's not us, we don't work here, but they're based over there, go see them guys. Constantly. And then you just get covered in crap as well. My feet are absolutely caked in mud. Let's get it spinning around here. Get them all wound up. Got to have them all nice and neatly stacked away for next time use. There's nothing worse than when somebody just gets the ratchet straps and just chuck them inside a box and just get tangled up and mess. So don't do that. Don't be that person. Until next time. Let's get ourselves out of here. Oh no. I've got a feeling I might actually be stuck. Right, it might just be enough space to actually do a left turn. Because I can't go right anymore. That white car's seen to that. That's tight. Creep it round. Hopefully we can just get it. Just got to take it really slow at the moment. If there was a car parked in front of that blue Focus, like it originally was, I would not have got out of that space. Would have been stuck. Just got off phone with the office, and we've got 2 collections over at Knowsley to make for this afternoon. It's currently 2:15, and we've got one which ideally needs to be around 3 o'clock collection, which is quite good for us to get in there. Hopefully there's enough space to get down to the end, turn around, and then get back out at the other side, because it's a bit like a U-shape. It's like a little business park, but it's a U-shaped bit with cars parked all in the middle. So you go in through one entrance and go around the end and come back out the second entrance. So with any luck, that's all clear for us to get in and out nice and easily. And then we've got one around the corner from there as well. They should be quite nice and easy ones. And then back to the yard at the hub, tip the trailer, and then that should be us done. I'm going to say it's going to be about a realistic 5:30 finish. See if we can get down and around. Looks like it.
Side pedestrian.
It doesn't look too bad. Worst case scenario, I can always reverse out. Then perfect. 7 pallets loaded, and it makes it so much easier getting around here at the moment, because the unit in front and I think the 3 others were all part of Protein Bargains, and they've now moved over to Burscough. So all this car park used to be taken up by them, so now they've moved out. It's a lot easier just to get in and out. Right then, job number 2, it's still on Knowsley Industrial Estate. Always makes me laugh when you see trailers just parked up all over the place. Like, Have they been dumped there? Because they kind of do look like they have. And it's like, how'd you get away with it as well? Well, at least I get to go home tonight and watch a bit of Stranger Things. Let's get that final episode watched. It's been alright this season, to be fair, so far. Still unsure of what we're going to be doing for tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow's vlog to find out where we're going to be going. And that's exactly what we're waiting to go, right up there. But looking at the driver reversing down, it looks like we might have to do the same. I don't fancy doing a blind reverse down there. Let's see if we can get up. Right, there's way too many cars parked around here. We have a lot of trucks coming in and out as well. Well, this is a little bit of a tight squeeze, to say the least. Got all these cars parked everywhere. Go forward a little bit, just so I can get a good angle and see both of the cars where they're all parked in both mirrors. Absolutely ridiculous, this. Blind reverse around the corner. Cars parked all over. So I'm going to try to pull over to one side. I'll let the car pass, and then the DPD guy as well. angle the trailer into the corner a little bit. That's close. Well, that was ridiculous. Oh, blind reverse with cars all around you is pretty nerve-wracking, if I'm being honest with you. Best advice I could give anybody that's new to driving, just take your time, honestly, just take your time. If you're unsure, get out. Just get out, have a look, make sure it's all clear. Let's take it nice and slow. It's 4 o'clock now, it's starting to get dark already. So off to Ashton we go. I still don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Not heard a thing yet. And on to the M6 we go, only for one junction luckily. And then we're coming off for Ashton, following it down to our depot and then get offloaded. It's now 25 past 4. Gone really quick today. Really quick. Should hopefully be able to find out what I'm in tomorrow when I get back to the yard as well. What do you reckon? Shall we put some money on it and it's Salisbury? I seem to be going there every other day at the moment. I don't mind, it's a nice drive. I'd much rather do that instead of London. That is 100%. Feels good to be back at the yard. It's 25 to 5. I've just got a hand in the paperwork, see if there's any pallets that need relabeling, and then that is me done for the day. So if you did enjoy the vlog, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because I'm going to call it a day for now. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great week, have a great day, and I'll see you again next time. So fingers crossed, I should be home for about 5:30. Bye for now.